Hey guys, welcome to Chat with KST. It's your girl Kay, and today we're talking Will Smith discussing the Oscars. So remember, I want to say a few months back, Will Smith was at the Oscars. Chris Rock made a joke, and then once he made the joke, Will Smith walked up on the stage and literally slapped him. Well, sorry. Well, he is finally speaking on it. Let's see what he had to say.
Of your life, and I'd love to know. I mean, just us
Yeah.
talking. First of all, what has the journey been like since that day? Like, because we everyone speculates, everyone
Yeah,
just
yeah,
sees it
yeah,
and goes,
yeah.
I think this, I think that, I think this, I
Mhm.
think that. What has it been like for you?
Yeah, that was a horrific night, as you can imagine. Um, there's many nuances and complexities to it, Um, but at the end of the day, I lost it, And I guess what I would say, you just never know what somebody's going through.
Mm.
In the audience right now, you're sitting next to strangers, you know, and somebody's mother died last week, somebody's child is sick, somebody just lost their job. Somebody just found out their spouse cheated. It's like there's all these things, and there's strangers, and you just don't know what's going on with people, you know. And I was going through something that night, and not that justifies my behavior at all. I would just say, you're asking what did I learn, and it's that we just got to be nice to each other, man. It's like it's hard, and I guess the thing that was most painful for me is I took my hard and made it hard for other people.
Right.
And it's like I understood the idea where they say hurt people hurt people.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's like
It's interesting. I remember again, everybody was speculating. One of my friends called me and we're talking. Everyone's got these opinions, and then someone said, I feel like we saw the real Will Smith in that moment because this is a guy who's so full of love and so positive. But I feel like in that moment we saw the real Will Smith. And I said, and not because I know you, but I said honestly, I said, no. If anything, I feel like it was the opposite. Like, you talk in your book about growing up so afraid of conflict. You grow up in your book talking about how you were always afraid to fight with, how you were afraid to. For me, it felt like in watching that moment, I felt like you were like, it's like in a weird way, it's like you stood up for the wrong thing at the wrong time in a way.
Yeah,
Do you know what I'm saying? It felt like you're taking everything because here we are, human to human, man to man. But like, people have said some shitty things about you and your family.
Absolutely.
You're a human being. It felt like, and I would say this to people, I was like, it's becoming relentlessly shitty now. And people think it's okay.
Yes.
That's the thing. People think it's okay. And not Chris, by the way. I'm talking about people, the internet, etc. But it felt like this was Will Smith for the first time going, okay, is this how you want me to respond or not?
Yeah. No, it was it was a lot of things. It was the little boy that watched his father beat up his mother. It's all of that just bubbled up.
Yeah.
In that moment. I just that's not who I want to be.
Right.
You've known me for a long time, so you know me personally, so but y'all might not know. It's like that's not who I want to be, man. I'm trying to,
I also think that's not who you are. I'll be honest with you. I think it's not who you are. I think everybody can make a mistake, and I think of your life, and
All right. So basically, that's what they had to say. That's what Will Smith had to say for himself. And I totally agree with um the interviewer that everyone can make mistakes and everyone deserves grace. Everyone deserves the grace to be able to move on from difficult situations. Everyone deserves the grace of having an emotional reaction, especially Will Smith at a time where everyone kept making fun of Jada, kept talking about his family, kept talking about his manhood, kept talking about him, his children. And this is something that's been going on for years. Now, since the slap, it has toned down a lot. The energy circulating it has toned down a lot. But media, that when they would cover these stories, the jokes they would make about Will Smith, the jokes they would make about Jada Pickett Smith, the jokes they would make about his kids, that's horrible. And to wake up every day and see that, knowing that you've done everything right, you've done everything to be one of the greatest actors in this industry, you've done everything to be an amazing person, and you've done no one no wrong, and people constantly attack you, that can be very, very difficult to deal with. And like he says, people have their off days. You never know what someone's going through. And that so happened to be one of his off days. He was going through something and he made the wrong joke at the wrong time. And he did something that he wasn't supposed to do. But does that mean that he shouldn't be forgiven for it? Most certainly, I feel like um, Will Smith needs to be forgiven for it. I feel like things happen, people make mistakes, and we should move on. But what I want you guys to do is, if you're watching this on YouTube, share your thoughts in the comment section. What do you think? Do you think Will Smith deserves the grace to be able to move on? And if you're listening to this on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, know that I love you and we will talk next time. Bye.